Hi folks, welcome back to the Carvers Wood Shop. We're going to do a turkey hiding underneath a pilgrim's hat. Kind of a comical carving. And the hat, he'll be sitting underneath the hat and his tail will be up and his feet will be sticking out from underneath the hat. I'm kind of excited to see how this is going to turn out, and I'm just starting to mark how this should be done. The first thing you want to do, we're going to try to carve the hat out first, because that's going to be kind of the focal point of it, along with the tail. And what we're going to do is we're calling this the hiding turkey. The hiding turkey is the best way to explain it. And I'm going to have a little caption underneath him, probably on a plaque, saying, "Is Thanksgiving over yet?" Okay, so it's kind of a little comical thing. I thought of this today and I thought, oh, I'd love to do something comical for a change. And this is what I came up with. And I hope that you enjoy this project. So you need to cut out the profile. Let's see how thick it is and all. I think it's about 2 3/4 inches from the highest down to the lowest is about 2 3/4, a little bit better. And the same thing, 2 3/4 going across, 2 3/4 high, and the length of it is, I would say, about maybe 3.5 to 3 3/4 for your block, and you'll have enough room to cut it. This is out of basswood, and the grain is running. I know it looks like it's going up and down. I was a little bit confused, so I cut it. It's actually running this way. Okay, the grain is running this way. This way. Alright, so this is the pilgrim's hat. This is the top portion where the belt will go around, the little thing will go on, and the buckle on the front. And this is the body and the feet of, turkey sticking out. Alright, and this is the back tail, which will be nice and rounded. So the first thing I did was I put a center line all the way down through the center and down this way as well, and I try to get it as even as I can. The reason for beginners, it's really important to have a reference point, because if you're cutting one side, not to get off, get off track, you want to be able to know that you're within the limits of where you're carving. So what you want to do is you want to put up a center line all the way down and around the whole piece. Okay, after you're done with that, you want to put a little half line across, so you have a cross at the top of the hat, and then to make your circle. Alright, so again, this is the bottom part of the hat. This is the top part of the hat, so this will be, of course, smaller than this portion. This portion will be rounded, and we'll round that off later on as we get the hat situated. The hat is being tilted to the front. As you can see, it's being tilted forward. And I don't know, this is, a beginner could probably try to carve this, but this was intended for somebody that has a little more experience with carving. But I would never discourage a beginner from trying to carve something. So here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut on that line, and we're going to bring this portion down. Okay? Hang on just a second. All right. And the real important thing when you do a stop cut, just for those of you that are not familiar with stop cuts, it can be very difficult to keep this portion of it. See how I'm starting to go upward, straight down. You know, to keep that line or this portion flat as you're cutting. So try to take a look at it as you're trimming this down. I'm going to trim it down to this line. That's what we're going to be doing right now. And you're going to have to be careful because you see what I just did? I just tore part of it out. So you have to be mindful how the grain is running. So I see this is working better to go towards the front on the one side of this. It's a little bulky. It's not as nice to hang on to as my other projects, but we will make it work. So I will do most of this online as we are watching it emerge. And I'm just going to keep working my way down here. Let me get a longer, little sturdier knife. Here we go. This wood's really nice to work with. I got this. This is air-dried basswood. This is from a load I had gotten the other day, and got a couple brown spots, but it's okay. That I'll put up with if it cuts nice. But it depends what you're working on. For this project, it's really not going to matter too much. And don't forget to put your glove on, your thumb guard. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing to the other side, so as we're working this down. And we don't want to go all the way down to that. We may want to just leave a little bit, maybe 1/8 of an inch around that, okay, or so, as we're cutting this up. Alright. I haven't made one of these before, so this will be a surprise to me, as it will be to you, how it will finish up, or what it will look like. I just got the idea the other day. I wanted to do something for Thanksgiving. If you've been following me at all on these blog, or on the blog, you know Thanksgiving is my most favorite holiday. And I thought I can't let it go without doing something for the holiday itself. So this is a lot of stock cuts and such. There is no fast way of doing this. I'm going to start on the other side. Sometimes I flip from one side to the other, and that's perfectly okay. There's nothing wrong with doing it that way. Alright. Now, like I said, I might go offline and get a certain thing done till we get to that portion that we're working on, okay? So, I'm just taking a bulk of this off so I can, and then go back here and cut it, okay? But this is kind of monotonous till we get to that point. So what you want to do is finish this up, follow this all the way down, and try to get down to very close to the lines that we created. Alright, I'll be back.